Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Royal Family series that I'm going to be starting on this channel. In this episode, we're not really going to do any gameplay, we're more so going to be just doing introductions to the families and touring the palaces and just kind of getting into a bit of the lore of this world that I have created. So we're here in Glimmerbrook currently. In this fantasy world, Glimmerbrook and Hemford-on-Bagley are combined into the same kingdom. I did this just because Glimmerbrook is so small. So yeah, let's get into the Glimmerbrook Royals. So we're starting out in Cass, and you may recognize these characters if you saw one of my previous videos where I did basically making these Sims. I was originally going to do an entire series where I was going to show like the whole setup for this world, but honestly I kind of just got too lazy to film most of it, so yeah. But this is Queen Rhea of Glimmerbrook, and she is basically the current ruling monarch of this kingdom. She has the spellcraft and sorcery aspiration. She's self-assured, perfectionist, and loyal, and again, is a spellcaster. Then we have her husband, King Henry, and he does have a crown now. If you saw my video where I made these Sims, he did not have a crown at that point. Now he does. I'm not sure if I really like it. Honestly, I might not keep it, but it's there for now. But he has the soulmate aspiration, and he is hot-headed, active, and family-oriented, and again, is also a spellcaster. He was not born a spellcaster, however, he was given the rite of ascension at his and Rhea's wedding. It's part of the wedding ceremony for the royal family. Anytime someone marries into like the immediate royal family, they get turned into a spellcaster to, ensure the line of succession, that all of the, heirs and royal babies will be spellcasters. So that's Henry. So they have two children. First is Prince Ben, their eldest. He does not have a crown because I was really dead set on this hair and the crown clip with the hair, so here we go. And he has the bodybuilding aspiration. He is jealous, romantic, and ambitious. You also might notice that all of the royals are in some shade of blue and or white because those are the kingdom's colors. So you can see he's in his little blue suit jacket. And I apologize that they keep moving. I still have not gotten the Stand Still and Cast mod, so yeah. Then we have his sister. This is Crown Princess Breha. So she is younger, but she is the heir because Glimmerbrook follows a matriarchal line of succession. So here is our heir. He has the friend of the world aspiration, and she is gloomy and a geek. And then we have Reina. So Reina is not technically part of the royal family yet, but her and Ben are engaged, so they will be getting married at some point within the first couple episodes of the series, probably. So she is like living in the palace, but she does not have a title. In the Glimmerbrook Kingdom, it is very common for the royals to marry commoners. The king was actually a commoner before he married the queen, so she has the Purveyor of Potions aspiration, and she loves the outdoors, she's clumsy, and she's good. So that is the Glimmerbrook royal family, and now let's take a little quick tour of the palace. So this is the Glimmerbrook Palace from the front. I did not build the shell. I will include the username on the screen of who originally built the shell. But I did completely refurnish it and redo certain parts of it. So let's go inside. We'll actually start in the basement, I suppose. So this is the basement. There's this little sort of courtyard area in the back here with a little pool and stairs and everything. There's like stairs coming down to it. If you go up, you can see that's like open to the top. And then when you head through these doors here, you enter into this tiny little hallway. And there is this like little sort of pantry space back here, I guess, that I think I will eventually turn into like sort of a hidden staircase that'll head down to like a second basement level where I'll keep like all of the graves as we progress through the generations. But right now it's just kind of empty. But there is a door to it. There is also a little kind of tiny bathroom here. And then we have the kitchen, and this kitchen is really nice. And then coming through the hallway, we have sort of a little sort of informal sitting room, as I'm calling it. This is like the TV room. It has the only TV in the house. And heading upstairs, we of course have the main entrance to the palace here, up this gorgeous double staircase. And we again start out in this hallway. This is the dining room. There's a nice dining table, big chandelier. This is the little sort of bar space, entertainment space. This palace is smaller than a lot of the other ones, so I mean, it's actually quite large. It's just like it's on a smaller lot than most of the other palaces, so there isn't really like a ballroom or a throne room or anything in this palace. So eventually I might make them like some sort of like event space on a separate lot where they could like host balls and stuff, but for now uh they can only really host dinners. Because it's really not that big of a palace. We also have a couple of hall baths down here. We come over into the tiny, tiny library. I definitely wanted to include some sort of library because I love these Realm of Magic bookshelves. I think they're gorgeous. And then we have sort of the formal sitting room here. I also tried to include a lot of like star and moon imagery, so hence the sized up child's room rug that is in here. And then we're gonna head up one more floor. So this is the second floor of the palace. So starting on this side again, we have the Monarch Suite. So this is Rhea and Henry's room. And they have this little office space in here with, we also have a couple of bathrooms. So this is sort of the King and Queen's bathroom, and then this is sort of the princess's bathroom because this is the Crown Royal Suite over here. So she has a bathroom, and then she also has this little sort of in here, and this is her little dance studio. So she is a ballet dancer. So she has like her little ballet bar with her mirrors and this little sort of dancing spot on the floor. And this is, of course, the Crown Royal's bedroom. So currently it is Breha's. That is the entire second floor. Now we can go up to the top floor up here. And essentially, this just has two bedrooms. So this is Ben's room here. It's very kind of dark and broody, unlike the rest of the house. And then across the hallway, this is Raina's room. It's not as furnished just because this is usually a guest room, but it's just where she is staying until her and Ben get married, and then she will move into his room, and this will eventually become probably a nursery for their kids slash kids. I haven't really decided if I want them to have one or multiple or what, but yeah, and it's also a little bit darker toned just because, I didn't really want to just be using the same swatches of everything through the whole house, so I did use more of the darker swatches in here, but yeah, so that is the entire Glarbrook Palace. Now let's move on to the second palace that I built slash second family that I made, which is Brittleton Bay. So again, we are starting out in Cass, and here we have our royal family of Brittleton Bay. So this is Queen Winter. You might recognize her from my Making Lunar Chronicles characters as Sims, because she is literally just the Princess Winter Sim that I made in a different outfit. Um, I just thought she was such a pretty sim, so I just brought her into this. So as the soulmate aspiration, she is erratic, good, and loyal, and that is her. And then we have her wife, Queen Anna. So Queen Anna has the big happy family aspiration. She's a cat lover, family oriented, and clumsy. This is her. And then finally, their daughter, Princess Eliza, but she has the musical genius aspiration, and she's a music lover and a bookworm. So now let's hop into the palace and I will give you a quick tour. Welcome to the Brittleton Bay Palace. This is the biggest palace, I believe. I love this palace. Again, I did not build the shell. I will include who built it on the screen. Right now, I probably should have written these down so I could just read off the usernames, but I'll include them on the screen and I will include them in the description, and I will give credit where credit is due, of course, because I would not have these palaces without lovely people on the gallery who make the shells for me because I can't build for shit. So so we're gonna start on this side, and I will start on the first floor. So firstly, there are like two entrances, and you kind of enter into this big sort of foyer. And if you go down these stairs, you actually go into the kitchen, which is in the basement. This was not in the original shell. I added this myself. And it's just this massive kitchen down here. And then we do have a little sort of bar area over here. And then through these archways, you come into the very large dining room as well. This palace is very much meant for hosting. Then if we come into here, we have the nice formal dining room. We got a little fireplace area. We have a little conversation area. Additionally, outside we have this little sort of outdoor eating area on the grounds as well. And then if we head up these stairs, we end up on the second floor. This is the sort of second floor landing. And this is sort of the kids area. So we have the nursery here. As you can probably tell from the decor, the family's main color is green. Their colors are green and gold. So yeah. Then down this hall over here, we have the playroom that just has a ton of stuff in it. Has just so many toys and everything for the royal kiddos. And then we also have just the little kids' bathroom over here. Um, yeah. Then finally, we go up one more set of stairs to the top floor. We have this sort of massive landing here, and we basically just have two guest rooms. This one has two beds, and it has just this big bathroom. All the bathrooms have this like giant walk-in shower that I love. It does look a bit weird since the shower is made for short wall height, and these are, I believe, medium. Yeah. But you know, just ignore that. Um, we have a single double bed, and then we have a nice large bathroom as well. And now let's head back down and go across the bridge to the other side. So we go through across the bridge, we will end up in the throne room, and then through these arches, we enter into the big sort of formal ballroom. And up the stairs, we enter into the sort of library space. And then if we go across down to the other side, we have just a nice hall bath that would, I guess, probably be used by like guests mostly. And then we have this little office. And then finally, we go up the stairs one last time and we end up with the two royal suites. So first off, this is the monarch's suite. So this is where Queen Winter and Queen Anna sleep. I have a door out onto this balcony as well. There's not really anything on the balcony because I didn't feel like furnishing it. Um, I did kind of furnish this castle a little bit sparsely, just because I was a bit worried about my computer being able to handle it, like handle such a huge build. But it seems to be running it fine, so you know, I'm just, especially because I will be like recording this, I'm a little bit worried, but I think it'll be okay. We have this kind of whole hallway here, and then we enter into Eliza's room. That is essentially the entire Brindleton Bay Palace. Now let us head over to the Willow Creek Palace and meet the Willow Creek Royals. So, back in cast once again, we will meet the Willow Creek Royals. So this is King Gabriel Willow. Um, and he has the fabulously wealthy aspiration. He is self-assured, materialistic, and an art lover. They're all vampires. They are the royal family of both um, Willow Creek and Forgotten Hollow. Again, because Forgotten Hollow is so small, I didn't want to like have a kingdom that was just Forgotten Hollow, so I did combine the worlds. So they are vampires. Then we have his wife, Queen Isabella, or Queen Isa, as I like to call her, because I sometimes like to nickname my Sims. I don't know, she's a gorgeous Sim, truly. Oh my gosh, like she's stunning. Anyway, she has these successful lineage aspirations. She's a music lover, perfectionist, and jealous. And again, also a vampire. It is similarly to Glimmerbrook. It is a custom that anyone marrying into the immediate royal family is turned into a vampire around the wedding ceremony. Obviously, they don't do it on the day because it can take some time to recover from that, but sometime around the wedding ceremony, they will be turned into a vampire to ensure the line of succession, of course. Then we have Crown Prince Gabriel Willow. He is their eldest child. However, Willow Creek does follow a patriarchal line of succession, so he would be the heir regardless, but yeah. He has the social butterfly aspiration and he is outgoing and again also a vampire. Then we have his sister, Princess Alexandria, and she has the whiz kid aspiration and is a bookworm. She's a cutie. And then we have her twin sister, Princess Amethyst. She has the artistic prodigy aspiration and she's good. Now, Amethyst is older, I believe. Because I have some plans for Alexandria that I think would require her to be the youngest for them to kind of work out better. So, yeah, so basically the line goes Gabriel the second, Amethyst, and then Alexandria. Anyway, let us go now take a tour of the palace. So, welcome to the Willow Creek Palace. It kind of just looks like a blob on the screen because like everything is black, but the inside is not. Their family colors are purple and black, so there's a lot of purple on the inside, but the outside is very dark. Um, but I kind of like it. I tried to go very like kind of Victorian Gothic with it a bit, and I think it's cute. I really do. So let's start out on the first floor here. This is like the bottom floor. And this, so we go straight into the ballroom. Again, it's pretty empty. Again, I was kind of worried about like um my computer being able to handle it, especially because my computer kept crashing when I was building this palace, and I eventually realized that it was because of the stairs. I don't know. And the bug seems to be gone now, so I really don't know what the hell was going on, but it was really weird, and I kept getting very frustrated because I kept losing like all my progress because I would like forget to save, and then I was just like, and it would just crash, and it. Anyway, I had a lot. This palace gave me a lot of problems. Okay. Anyway, moving on to this way, we have the dining room. We also have a pipe organ because they're vampires. Um, and some nice stuff. You will notice there are no portraits of them in the palace because they're vampires, they don't show up on film. I might get some paintings of them in the future, but for now there is no portraits in the palace. They go through this kind of little secret room into this like meeting room. There are a few places that I just kind of blocked off because I was like, I don't want to furnish them. So just ignore those. They're just they're architectural features. But this is the meeting room. And then if we go across to the other side, we get into this little kind of just sort of atrium kind of area, I guess. There's like a bar and everything in here, and then we go through this little kind of hall into the sort of guest bathroom. Through this archway, we have this little sort of formal sitting room here, and then we have this little kind of weirdly shaped room, and unfortunately, the trim clips a little bit in here, and I can't do anything about it, so yay. Um, But we have this that has a lot of these plants in them, and this is what kind of plant is this? Plasma fruit. I should have known that. They're vampires. So we have a bunch of plasma fruit here, and that is that side. And then we come over here, we have this little sort of music room. And then through this little room here, we have like a little like, sort of serving area. We have the kitchen. Then we head up one more floor. So right here we have this little library, and off to this side we have one of the twins' bedrooms. I think this is Alexandria's. I'm pretty sure. And then she has her little bathroom here. Then off to this side we have the other room, which I think this is Amethyst's. And then she also has her own bathroom here, which is nice. And then through here, we have the nurseries, and then there is a little kids' bathroom here. And then finally, up to the top floor, we have just this big kind of atrium area here, or like landing, I guess. Through here, we have just an office for the monarchs. And then on this side, we have the monarch's room with their two coffins. I have kind of all of that, and then they have their little ensuite over here. And then on this side is the Crown Royal's room. So this is Gabriel II's room currently. And then he has his ensuite as well. And that is the entirety of the Willow Creek Palace. And now let us head over to Oasis Springs to meet the final royal family. So, back in cast, we have the lovely Queen Azula of Oasis Springs. So she has a successful lineage aspiration, and she is a foodie, she hates children, and she's a kleptomaniac. Those were the traits she randomized with originally, though I think I changed her aspiration though. Um, but yeah, she was a really interesting sim, I have to say. And then we have her son, Prince Rain, and he is an artistic prodigy and an art lover. And both him and his mom love painting. And unfortunately, his dad is not in the picture. He's dead. So, yeah, let's go check out their palace. So, welcome to the Oasis Springs Palace. Again, as with all of the palaces, I did not build the shells. I will include the original builder on screen and in the description. Um, but yeah, let's take a look in here. So you basically go up all these steps to get into the palace. And here is the first floor. We have this little atrium area, a fountain that would be on in live mode, however, it is not. Moving into here, we have the dining room. As you can probably tell, their colors are red and gold, since pretty much everything's red and gold. Back here we have the kitchen. There's a lot of terracotta. Inspiration for like this entire thing came from Mira Ray's Royal series. I am like obsessed with her channel and her like Royal Family series. So that is essentially what inspired me to start this. So full credit where credit is due. So yes, a lot of this palace is like kind of inspired by like a fusion of like her Oasis Springs and Guangxi palaces. So you'll probably should probably be able to see the influence throughout. Then we go through these uh, archways and we head in here into the throne room. Then coming back through here, we have the ballroom. I love this little like decal thing on the floor. It's very much giving Regency, Bridgerton, like all that. Um, but yeah, we just have like a bar. That's kind of it. And then we have this sort of formal sitting room in here, and yeah. Then we head up the stairs into this sort of landing area. We head through here. This is the Crown Rose room. This is Rain's room currently. Um, Again, he has his little art table and like things. He loves art. And then this is his ensuite as well. Again, the giant walk-in shower that looks really weird because this is tall wall height. And the shower is meant for short wall height, but you know. Um, then through this kind of very windy hallway, we end up in this little sort of library area. We have these stacked bookshelves that kind of clip if you look close, but just don't look too closely at it. Um, then here we have a little sort of double guest room with two single beds, as well as a little bit like a smaller ensuite. It's still pretty good size, but not quite big enough to have the giant walk-in shower, so they just have a regular one. And then again down this hallway we have another guest room, this one just with a double bed, and then of course an ensuite as well. And that is essentially the entire second floor. And then we move up to the top floor and have these giant balconies. There are a few like easels and telescopes on them, again because the queen is also a painter. So this is sort of the queen's suite of rooms. She has this bathroom again with a giant, kind of odd looking walk-in shower. I love this bed with like the curtains on it and stuff. It just looks so cool. I know it doesn't necessarily really match with the style, but I could not pass it up because it's just so nice. And then we have her little office again with the stacked bookshelves. Just don't look too closely, they're not clipping. If you don't look too closely at them. And again, the sort of final balcony with a bunch of easels and things so she can paint. And yeah, so that is the entire palace. And that is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye!